Right. Well, oof. Who are you? Ooh. I really want to know. Okay, yeah, I do really want to know. I want you to know, actually. I don't give a shit if I know who you are. I think you should know who you are. And some of you think you are. But if I said, "Who are you?" you'd be like, "Well, I'm an accountant," or "I sell real estate," or "I'm a guy who's married," or "I'm the daughter of somebody," or, it's all about like what you do or what you have, the spouse, the house. "Oh, I'm a guy or a gal who lives in such and such a place," or whatever. And those are all things that are like characteristics of your life, but they're not who you are. It's just really funny. Some friends of mine and I were talking this morning about this very thing. And in conjunction with this idea that who you are is not the stuff, who you are is what's inside that you express. Some of the ways you express that are through a job or through what you own or through way you choose to live. But fundamentally, this question of who you are is answered in a much more deeply intuitive and spiritual way that would come from a person that you have to get in touch with that existed before you had any of that shit. I hope that makes sense, right? Because if somebody had posed this question to you when you were younger, before any of the stuff that you have now mattered, you would answer the question in a profoundly different way. So the question still stands. Who are you? And I think the bigger answer is about two things. It's first of all about your talents and skills and gifts. Now, maybe if you're lucky and deep enough, you found work to do that expresses your unique talents and gifts. I have. It was a long time coming because I did all the other stuff that I thought would make me money or get me what I want, or was this the thing to do? I don't know who told me or where I figured out that this was the thing to do, but I have come back to what I do is who I am. So in other words, like I'm not a specific job title. It's like when people say, "What do you do?" I mean, yeah, I can answer it with like I'm a coach or I help small businesses grow or any other number of things that they might understand. But it's really like what I do is who I am. I am the expression of life and energy and calm and connection itself. And that is super significant because this who I am can walk into a room and shift the energy. And then people will notice. And then the idea being is that without even having to market myself, people will come towards me and be like, "Who are you? What's going on?" Right? Because they know there's some kind of chi that they don't get or that doesn't make sense. Because maybe I don't look the part. Like they're attracted to the energy, which again, this is not my outside of me, this is the inside, the great spirit within. Right? They're attracted to that, but then they're looking at me and thinking, "Well, she's kind of older, or she ain't that hot, or maybe they're thinking she is that hot." That would be hopeful. But anyway, this who am I is these talents and skills that I know are in me. It's like I'm not trying to do them. I'm not trying to market myself or be these things. They exist within me because they are me. It's who I am. But here's the other part of it is that in this lifetime, the greatest expression of self that you could provide would be to take these talents and skills and abilities and express them in the service of other people. See, this is the other thing. People go and work the job with a certain kind of income or the shit or the title, and then on weekends they go like and serve a soup kitchen or donate some money to the temple or, give something to some kind of charity. It's not per se that simple. Maybe it is. I don't know, maybe tithing is a part of who you believe you are and expressing yourself as a faithful person. But I do believe it's more than that. I believe that as I'm expressing, so in other words, like as I'm expressing who I am, first of all, and let me just add that other caveat. I have met many, many people in my life, and who I am is also a byproduct of how those people entered my life and changed and shifted and helped me and made me a better human being, right? But in this arena where I'm trying to figure out who I am, it's like there's no line anymore. It's all blurred. So who I am isn't like, "Oh, I'm being Nicole at home sitting in my living room, and then I'm gonna get up and go to work and I have this title, and then I gotta act like somebody else for whatever reason. I think I gotta be somebody else. The show, the lack of vulnerability, some bullshit dynamics going on where I work, that doesn't exist anymore. So this who I am is what I do. This who I am is who I am in my living room. This who I am is who I am in my family. Now, don't get me wrong. I adapt to my environments, right? And there are some relationships that are a bit more difficult for me to be authentic, but it's all the same thing. It's just me. It's just here. It's who I am, and it's right now. And I hope that you have that kind of life. And I hope that if you don't, that you send me a message and talk to me and let me know what your troubles are and what's blocking you from getting to that place where you know who you are. Because I think everybody should get there before they die. So not to put any pressure on you. Y'all have a good day. Bye.